pimp out your car. Then you pimped out your house. Now you're trying to pimp out the music world. But wait, I can help you with that. Patchwork Cables. They have the finest cables available and they're handmade. Don't forget to use the discount code Asterisk for a 10% discount. Hi, this is Asterisk, and welcome to what's supposed to be Modular Friday that ended up being something else on Saturday. So what I've been doing is I've been working on compiling a bunch of sounds on melodies and things from my collection and trying to create a pack that I'm going to be posting up soon. Making sure that the sounds that I'm putting in the pack are workable. So in order to do that, I kind of have to create a song for it. In the meantime, though, what I've been doing is I found Cymantics is like dropping like these crazy free packs. And these are not like sleeper packs. I just have to tell you that these packs are legit. So the one that's out there for free right now is called Cobra, and it has, let's see what in it. It has instrument loops, which are flutes and guitars. It has melody loops. It has MIDI loops in there. So this pack is like packed with just stuff. So I'm very impressed with this pack. I'm not really trying to compete with it. I'm trying to create my own stuff. I was trying to create something completely different from what I'm seeing in the packs. And so, again, the way that I have to do it is for me, is to be able to just kind of go through and kind of combine my own stuff with what I'm finding. So I've been tinkering around with this particular melody that I grabbed from their pack, their Cobra pack. It's called Melody Loop 2. It's originally at 90 BPM, and it was originally in G minor, and I flipped it, and it is now tuned down. Hold on, let me just play it here. To A flat. So that leaves me kind of open to a lot of really interesting sounds I can put in there, because A flat minor is an interesting scale to work with. So for my pack, I combined this, and what I did was I ended up having to halftime this. Let me show you what the original one sounds like. Okay, so that's the original one. And this is what I did to it. Okay, so I kind of dirtied it up a little. So I half-timed it down some. And then I added an unfiltered audio spec ops. And I'm using a patch called Octave Up Mix. And I kind of dirtied it up. I kind of wanted to dirty it up. And the Cymantics one, what I did was I added a Elsa, which is a filter. And I'm filtering it at around the 200 kilohertz or frequency 200 kilohertz. And then I have the EQ off to like 3.1 or 3 and 3. And I added, I wanted it to be like a little bit wider from a spectrum range, a stereo spectrum. So I added a polyverse wider, and I have it at 135%. And both of these together are doing this. So I'm using the harmonic scale with this. So this is not in the same key. But when it's combined with the other pattern, it gives it a very harmonic kind of thing. It's a kind of harmonic texture. And again, when you start getting into harmonics, it's all about listening and using your ears to kind of determine if it's in the right key. And not all the time will you have it be in the right key, and it's not necessarily has to be. But from a harmonic perspective, it needs to be very close to the key that you're trying to get it to. So what I end up doing is sometimes also halftime has some really weird kind of format shifting time things about it sometimes. So my original sound, I ended up having to flatten it into another audio track to keep it so that it wouldn't drift. I was finding that the timing of it was drifting the more loops that it played over and over again, which is really weird. I'm not really sure why that's happening. I had to double check and make sure that my snap to grid is still turned on inside of Ableton, and it is. So it has to be something with the plugin itself. It really starts drifting after about probably eight bars. It starts drifting. The timing starts drifting on it, which is again just very strange. So from there, I added a kick and a snare, a hat, and I had another piano kind of melody that I matched up that I'm going to be using as a change up. So let me show you that. So I've got a halftime on that one. Okay, so that I use this one as a change up. You don't want the same melody playing over and over and over again. So this would drop out and that will come back in. So that's kind of how I have things going with this one. And let me just kind of play for you what it is doing with a Vox in there.
I do it clean, smoke a stack, keep a Mac, and I'm sipping lean, fuck a chill, pop a pill, I'ma make a scene, 50 racks, 100 bands, taking out my jeans,
So again, I'm just kind of tinkering around with these, just to see if I can get things to work with the sound packs that I'm creating, and I'm sorry that I'm yawning, I'm kind of tired, I've been up since about 6 o'clock this morning trying to work on all this stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing today. Just experimenting with different sounds, also building this pack that I'm going to be releasing, and that's it. Well, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.